But when my safety and my family safety start coming into play, that's where I draw the line at.
Especially when I was asked to give my opinion. Because you telling me my opinion only matter if it's positive. Because if it's positive, you got my face plastered on the wall and you saying Keith Lee been here. But if it's negative, I need to sit down somewhere and you don't know who I am.
This is Keith Lee, a former MMA fighter who transitioned into being a food critic, and a pretty darn good one.
Usually when celebrities come in, they want to be treated like that. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a normal person. So I get the employee was just trying to do her job. I'm just not the target audience for that kind of treatment.
As a food reviewer with millions of followers, he is known the world over. However, in his latest dust-up with a restaurant, we saw a familiar process play itself out.
Me and my family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10.
One that men in this space understand all too well. No matter how high you rise, how much you are respected, or how big you get, black men will always be Jermaine.
As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock, but we were already here, so we just went inside. I sat in the car and my family went in and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door's wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders.
The story starts in the Black Mecca, Atlanta, the city that boasts the most progressive face of successful Black America. It is no surprise that Atlanta is the mecca for a variety of businesses, including a burgeoning restaurant scene. But in that restaurant scene, one thing can be assured.
I know Black people! Did you see this Keith Lee video about the Real Milk and Honey?
And who is this Keith Lee?
Daddy, you don't know Keith Lee? Yes.
No.
The amount of people, okay, that feel like this lady is astounding. Keith Lee did nothing wrong. All he did was expose you. That's it. And now you pissed off that you got exposed. He didn't badmouth no business. Y'all literally treated his family like trash. And y'all want him to handle y'all with care. Y'all better off issuing an apology and saying y'all want to do better.
Listening to a variety of content creators speak about the restaurant situation in Atlanta, one thing becomes abundantly clear. There's heaping doses of entitlement.
Keith Lee goes to Atlanta, mistake number 1. He goes to the Real Milk and Honey, can't even get food. I could have told you that. You know how many times I've got on Google, found a restaurant. Food looks scrumdiddly yum. It say open online. The doors say open. I'm sitting outside shaking the handle, can't even get in. The lights are off and nobody's there. Then the restaurant gets online and says, who is Keith Lee? I've never heard of him.
Even the Black liaison to the president had to speak on the Atlanta food situation. And that's right, Cardi B is the Black liaison to the president.
So, Joe, I heard you got some questions for me.
And what I wanted to know was, tell me what's your main interest in terms of this election?
I have a whole list of things that I want and I wish and I desire. Let me keep it a buck. I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I, of course, want free Medicare. I, of course, think that we need free college education. And I want Black people to stop getting and no justice for it. I'm tired of it. I just want more stricter laws.
Even Cardi B, the Black liaison to our president, expressed her own frustration with Atlanta dining and came out in support of Keith Lee.
And like first thing first, right? I feel like Atlanta restaurants, they don't like to make money. I feel like they don't like people. They don't like their customers. They just don't. First thing first, right?
We went to Old Lady Gang, I shot the video, we left and went to Toast on Linux. Toast on Linux is where those 2 videos were taken. I had no intention of shooting the video. We just went to eat food. We walked up, it was a 2.5 hour wait time.
You could barely order in Atlanta restaurants. Like you go like, hey, I would like to make an order. Oh yeah, we don't take orders. We don't take orders. It gets to the point that I literally have to I have to tell like people that order food for me, like, can you just name drop my name?
They said it was a 2.5 hour wait time. We said, okay, we're gonna go somewhere else. While we walked out, the entire staff walked out behind us. They attempted to implore us to stay and said that we can sit down immediately.
Because first and first, they don't do no pickup orders. They don't do deliveries. They just don't do. Second, Atlanta restaurants, right? They be closed on the most random. Like it's like you look at you go looking for a restaurant on Google and it's like, oh, this look good. Oh, they closed. What is that? What do you mean? It's closed Monday through Wednesday.
One car had been waiting for an hour and a half. The other car had been waiting for an hour. One car was trying to do takeout. One car was trying to sit down. But the people that were sitting in these cars, I didn't like that. So the owner and the manager walked out and they offered us a table for us to be able to sit down. We told them as a family that we would do takeout, but we wouldn't eat in the restaurant.
Or they'll just have the most random days closed. Like, oh, they close on Tuesday. Or like, it's just the most random Like, it's like, y'all don't like making bread. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
The staff and the owner were extremely accommodating. They were nice, they were accommodating, they were professional. And again, that's just my experience. When we got the food, we all enjoyed it. Personally, the food was good to me. But again, I wasn't recording anything. I was just eating. We paid for our food and I tipped the waitress $500.
And then with some Atlanta restaurants, I be noticing too that it's like, it's either they open too late or they close too early. Like, it's just insanity.
And I wasn't arguing with nobody. I don't argue. I even said in the video that they recorded. I'm just Keith. Social media aside, I'm a normal person. Cardi B went live last night and she said this about our situation.
Talking about this guy called Keith. He does restaurant review. And I'm like, who is that? Who is that? I know that being a restaurant owner is a lot of hard work. And so many people have invested money in their restaurants. People, you know, like this is their everything. But I always find this. Eating in Atlanta, it is such an event. And it's always the food wait is so busy. It's so busy. Like, I feel bad for Atlanta residents. Y'all have to go through. Thank you, Jesus, I'm famous. But even me being famous is like a hassle. It's a hassle.
God is amazing. Shout out to Cardi B.
It's very obvious from Keith Lee's vibe that he's not confrontational. Instead, his main desire seems to be giving exposure to good restaurants, and specifically black restaurants, so they can prosper. A simple look at his TikTok shows just how much he cares for not only the restaurants, but for the people he meets there as well.
But now to the most important thing. These are all the amazing things we're able to do while we're in Atlanta.
I've been through so much to open this restaurant. Didn't even know I was going to be able to open it. And you know, tonight, who walked through my door? Keith Lee.
It is 8:40 at night, and this is the line.
Packed of Keith Lee. Look at these cars lined up. Y'all, this area is always empty, but this is just one side. It is never packed.
Shout out to every single person that we met while we were there. The hospitality from the locals in Atlanta, crazy. Something I'll never forget. This has been another stop on a Keith Lee and family food tour. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. Hey Shade Room, we've been blessed enough to be the marketing platform for restaurants all over the country, but absolutely no charge to these restaurants, including Detroit, Chicago, Miami, New Orleans, Vegas, and many more to come if we're blessed to do that. My family and my community have also been blessed enough to raise over $30,000 for a restaurant owner who has cancer. Not to mention other 1,000 incredible things we've been blessed enough to do. But yet, the only 2 times we ever posted me and my family were videos of me crying with little to no context, to your community who draw their own context with no context clues. This has sparked multiple conversations of not only my sexuality, but also outrageous questions about who bought the car that my wife got me for my birthday.
Keith Lee is an example of what happens to the good guy in the black community. Even someone as clean-cut and as mild-mannered as he is still gets the same talking points that we've seen over and over. Who hurt you? We've heard this before. An unfortunate realization that many SYSBM men have come to understand is that no matter how pure your intentions are, or how mild-mannered you might be, you will still catch strays, and from multiple directions. Something that even mild-mannered Keith Lee, who travels with his family to document restaurants, specifically black-owned ones, while spreading goodwill, is learning now. No matter how you look at it, in some form or fashion, sooner or later, all black men will eventually be Jermaine, and it will be your fault. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.